Yes, thank you, and welcome from my side also. Yeah, I was already introduced. I don't need to do that here myself now. So I will focus on the presentation, and I will give you an idea of the COALA solution in a nutshell. So we start with the nutshell view. So what we are going to, or we were going to achieve. Basically, we started as a project that is dedicated to cognitive assistance, and that means using trustworthy AI components and a voice-enabled digital assistant, similar to an Alexa or a Siri, but in this case for a different user group. In this case we focus on employees in manufacturing companies that need to use data analytics or that start their work and need to train on the job, so new workers. Besides our technology that we developed, there's also an education and training concept that was developed by experts during the project in tight collaboration with the technical people. And the goal is to teach competencies in human AI collaboration and to do the change management process also when you introduce such an assistant. On the right-hand side, you see a small illustration explaining a bit how it works. So you have the user talking to the assistant, and there's a back and forth. And in the background, the assistant is connected to various IT systems to be able to serve the user in this case. We have 3 demonstration cases, sophisticated production companies from the textile industry, white goods industry, and detergent production. So very different setups, very different requirements and expectations also concerning what our solution is expected to do. And I will not go into details here. You will find a lot more information about that on the website. But let's say this way, we could serve everyone somehow. For a research project, this is not a granted thing, but we could serve everyone. There's a demonstration site for each of these end users, and there are talks about how to keep it running after the project ends. So this is very good news. Now I want to go back in history a little bit here to give you an idea what was the route where COALA started. So if you see here, the timeline starts in October 2019, roughly, and ends in October this year. And over this time, we have different stages. We started our work in 2019 with an Alexa-based demonstration. So this was a kind of tracking and tracing solution for industry, but based on Alexa. And you know that Alexa is not really a trustworthy technology. So that led us to open source, and then we started implementing the first things with the RASA framework in the form of a chatbot here. And at the same time, we were writing the proposal for COALA. Then just before COALA started, and right at the scary beginning of the pandemic also, we had a very first kind of tech demo using open source components. This didn't have a real scenario within the scope of COALA yet, but it gave us more confidence that we can handle the upcoming months. And then there were several months where we improved this tech demo, created a first demo within the scope of COALA, improved the technology, and there were various prototypes that we presented to the end users. And now we have a more refined version with 3 voice modes, in dialogue options in the chat interface, an improved layout, a full feature set for different cases. And that's where the project is today. So the offered solution contains the 6 enablers that we defined in the project from the beginning on, 4 technical ones and 2 non-technical ones. Roughly, this matches to what I presented earlier. So saying that we serve people that need to work with analytics, people that start the job and need to be trained and need to be educated. And then the accompanying processes, so a didactic concept for teaching people competencies in AI collaboration and the change management process. And in the different business cases that we have, the demonstration sites, we used these enablers in different intensities. So the one that deals with the training used the didactic concept in particular to teach the competencies, the new ones that you will need, along with the on-the-job training procedures that you do in this case with the help of the assistant. So there are features for collecting work experiences from experienced people, meant to be shared with the new ones, generating advice using live machine data. So there's a connection to the industrial Internet of Things here also, delivering learning nuggets for the new students, novices and experts. This was a particular thing for the textile case where we worked with a textile training school for textile workers, and troubleshooting support. And for the augmented manufacturing analytics, we have a set of features that you will see in the next slot. So there will be a demo giving you an idea what these features are and how they work. And briefly, the outlook. So the good thing for us is that the project ends, but there is already another project that continues part of the work. The project is called Wasabi. That's an innovation action also funded by the European Union. And it refines COALA's results, adds a new skill, in this case, a skill that's meant for avoiding that waste is produced in a company. So the idea is that we monetize the waste with the help of an assistant, and we are building a distribution channel for digital assistant solutions, because this is a big thing that's missing right now. If you want to sell digital assistant solutions, there's not really an infrastructure for that. So that's the thing that we are going to build here. And there are a couple of other things. For you as listeners or visitors to this webinar here, there's also good news. There's an open call. We have 2.5 million euros to spend here in 2 rounds for small experiments within the scope of the Wasabi project. We will fund small consortia that do experiments in our context, and the focus here is on SMEs. You can visit the project website. There will be soon news there regarding this open call round. And also not a grant thing in a research project, we have startup activities, so concrete push now how to monetize the solutions that we have. There are roughly 2. One is focused on the voice assistance technology in the sense that we build it in the project with the technologies that we developed, and it focuses also on building up a better toolbox to build assistance. And the other one picked up very recent developments. As you know, there's ChatGPT out now, which drives the wave for the large language model concept or technology. And one of the startup activities picks up this part, combines it with the COALA results, and then wants to go forward with this and offer a service for industry in this context. Yeah, so this is it from my side. If there are questions later, I will be able to answer questions, but otherwise I would hand over to the next presenter.